Byton wants you to think of his new M-Byte electric crossover as the world's first wheeled smart device. This is a cliché slogan inspired by the many studies showing that customers are starting to value connectivity over the traditional automotive characteristics held dear at MotorTrend. That's also why this story, ostensibly about a new car, the M-Byte, will read a little like a new smartphone coverage or something. Suddenly, Byton's decision to spend his R&D budget and bill of materials on multiple onboard internet modems, 48-inch interior displays plus 4 more touchscreens, super antennas, cutting-edge cloud connectivity, and forging mobile retail and entertainment partnerships seemed over the top, smarter than spending it to double the power and acceleration ability. Byton, however, is expected to open at $45,000, with a mid-spec car priced at $55,000, and a fully loaded one hitting $70,000 when it hits our shores in 2021. Money is also not being spent on cutting-edge styles and eye-catching articulation of doors. On the design side, the Byton M-Byte production looks almost exactly like the concept shown 2 years ago at CES 2018, which is arguably vaguely appealing but for the most part no exception. Owners spend their time looking inside, not outside, and the screen in the car is nothing if not overwhelming. Really. Chief Customer Officer Byton, Dr. Andreas Schaff even went so far as to articulate the gruesome phrase, "data power exceeds horsepower," when noting that, on average, 40% of users said they would switch car brand for better connectivity services. This is double that of 3 years ago. In China, the need for connectivity is even higher, with around 65% of users ready to switch brands for better connectivity services. Quote, a story that you might mutter, for a company like Byton whose cars are weak from 268 to 402 HP couldn't hope to beat Ludicrous's Tesla mode capable. No, what M-Byte actually has is in-car technology, giant interior screens and various connectivity partnerships, which Byton unveiled in detail at CES 2020. The company's one-hour press conference ahead of CES 2020, where the fitting debut barely touched the surface of what info would be presented on the screen in the car. Some of the highlights include Office Mode, which allows video conferencing with shared PowerPoint screens and works when the vehicle is not moving, you only get audio on the move. The fitness screen, developed in conjunction with Garmin, can present data collected from passenger wearables and provide comparative fitness statistics for driver and passenger. The standard 20 driver assistance systems are said to provide much more interesting information than in a regular car, and of course the car can display sports scores, stock ticker info, top news items, etc. The driver controls what appears on this screen via a touch screen in the center of the steering wheel, which remains upright and level even when the steering wheel is turning. Passengers can also play together, using the second touch screen on the center console. The people in the back also get a screen, which may be optional equipment. And of course, when parked, or maybe not, after the promised M-Byte upgrade to level 3 or 4 autonomous driving capability, the main screen can play movies. To that end, Byton has partnered with Viacom CBs to provide the content and also with access to handle the purchase and delivery of that content. Byton has opened a developer program to help third-party app designers tailor content for the Byton user experience. 6 early partners appeared on stage at CES, Xperry Digital Radio Technology, including HD Radio and DTS Connected Radio with Internet connectivity, AccuWeather, iQdo, voice service provider that supports, Hey Byton, onboard cloud car, infotainment provider, and road travel to facilitate road trip planning. One note about cloud data: after all the fuss over Huawei's data security, questions are being raised about the potential for excessive user data this car collects back to China. CEO and co-founder Daniel Kirchert made it clear that all the information gathered was permanently in the country where it was collected. These clouds don't seem to cross the line. A little more info was revealed about Byton's retail experience as well. Back in November 2019, licenses were granted to Byton Americas LLC, the company's North American distribution arm, and to Byton Cars California LLC, its first state retail outlet. According to Byton, the California dealer license will make it possible to sell and lease directly to Byton customers in the state. In addition, this license will also make it possible to directly sell vehicles online to customers in other states. California will be the launch market, but the graph that appears on the screen shows 4 locations in California plus what looks like each might arrive later in Oregon, Washington, Texas, Florida, and New York. Using that screen will be a 5-dimensional experience, involving touch, voice, facial recognition, hand gestures, and yes, even some nice old hard buttons. A camera mounted above the center console interprets movement, while a camera array in the center of the dash above the vents handles facial recognition for driver monitoring. The company is working on leveraging the driver's view function to allow screen option selection, but the feature isn't ready for prime time yet.